Yo, this your girl DJ Mary Jane, and you are watching Leak TV. Alright, so the services that my business offer is disc jockeying. So I bring people together. I do a lot of family reunions, and through my music, I make them love on each other. It's a good time. They're hugging one another. I'm all about the community. So what I do is provide music and bring communities together through just music. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like music is the reason why our heart beat. It's the reason why we love, the reason why we hate. So I really feel that music connects us all in different ways. And I look at myself as a connector and literally the heartbeat of, you know, my community when it comes to music. All right. So the way I developed DJ Mary Jane. So my slogan at first was getting you high off sound. And that was because it was Mary Jane. So for maybe the first year of me being a DJ, I didn't have a name. I was just Tiffany. That was just what everybody called me, or if you knew me by, you know, Poochie, which is a lot of my family members and close friends, you know, they just called me that. So then one night I DJ'd for Wayne State University, and the party was like crazy. And my friends, we got in the car, and my friends was just like, yo, you need a DJ name. So I couldn't think of one. So it first started out with with DJ Unknown. And I was like, I know, right? That was the first DJ name. It was DJ Unknown. So we went from DJ Unknown to it was like DJ Your Highness or something like that. So I was like, I like that. But then they started going more towards like the vibe that I bring. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, you can make it chill and you can turn it up like real quick from like 0 to 100. And that's how I did the formal. Because I was like, you know, we about to turn this up. So if you don't know what a formal is, it's like they prom, they homecoming. So eventually another one was like, what about DJ Mary for Jane? Because they was like, if you put Mary Jane, it's risky. So a friend of mine, his name is Brandon, and he was like, why don't we just call you Mary Jane? Like, your music gets people high. Like, why not do it? And that's why it was getting you high off of sound. The process for me when this all started and I became Mary Jane was, I can honestly say it was an easy process for me. In Detroit, a lot of things kind of just fell in my lap. And that's all I can really say. Like, it was super easy. The men took on to me. They wanted to take me under their wings. They trained me up. They put me in the right positions. I did a lot of stuff for free. So I didn't do nothing. I didn't get paid for a long time because I just wanted people to hear me, and I wanted people to know how good and dope I was. So the process was really just giving back and finding the right communities to get back to. So I went to hospitals. I DJ'd for the St. Jude Cancer Society, the Children's Cancer Society. So I was doing a lot of their banquets and fundraisers for them, and I donated my services, and that opened up other doors, and that's how I ended up becoming the person that I was. I moved to Indianapolis. It was a little rough because moving to Indy, it was like I was a new DJ just coming about. So they didn't look at me like I DJ'd for Trina and I DJ'd for Lisa Ray, I DJ'd for Lil Kim. Like, they didn't care about that. You know, I didn't take pictures with a lot of artists because I just felt like I don't have to do that, you know. But because it took off real fast, it evolved. It evolved real good. It's once I moved from a different city, and then I'm not really more into the social media, into the marketing of social media. Because my city is so much bigger, it was so much more for me to do, you know. So when I moved here, I went from DJing house music, EDM, techno. That was the type of DJ I really was. And then I evolved into rap and hip hop, like country South, like Southern South music when I moved here. And but I would say I evolved a lot as far as maturity, because if anybody knew me, I used to rant a lot when things didn't go my way on social media. I used to get like really mad a lot. But I would say that it evolved because I want me to more so build more of a community image about myself and leave all the clubs and stuff alone. So I don't have to be, that DJ that's on the radio, but I do want people to know my legacy, when I'm gone. So when it's the time to say no in business, it's very important to say no. It's really important to know when to cut the money off. When I realized it, I've been DJing for 10 years. I will honestly say it took a minute. It took me almost 6-7 years to start saying no to people's business, because at first it was I wanted it all, but out of the 10 yes, maybe 4-5 of them was solid. The other 5 was not. So I had to start treating my yeses and my nos like business. So if out of 10 people that's asking me to DJ for them, you're gonna have to decipher which ones is solid money. You know what I'm saying? I go off of energy. If a person is too demanding, if they are rude, I know it's time to cut it off. I know when to say, it's not gonna work out for us, but I can recommend these other DJs for you, or it's just not gonna work, respectfully. Maybe it would be a time where you're not stressed about your event or stressed about something else, and you can't take that out on me. So saying no, I feel like is very important. It also builds up your confidence, because you start to know your worth and know how valuable your time is. So saying no is super important. You got to know when to say it. Every dollar is not a good dollar, and it's okay when business just don't match. All right, so what probably make me more unique than a lot of other artists, I work. I have a regular 9 to 5, but the time that I do put into DJing, throughout the week, on the weekends, it probably add up to about the same amount of time from working and DJing. What made me want to become, just take it more seriously and do it 365 days out the year as an entrepreneur, it was the passion. I had passion for what I did, and that speaks through my customer service. It speaks through the way, I do business with people, and that's what made me want to do it. And then the business, the people, y'all did it, so I appreciate it. All right, so balancing work life, personal life, love life, it gets hard. It really get hard, because even though you are an entrepreneur, you still got to work until you are where you need to be at, for some of us, most of us. But being an entrepreneur and working a regular job and being in a relationship and trying to have a personal life, balancing that, I just go with it. You know what I'm saying? If it's a Monday and I need that time to myself, even though I'm in a relationship or doing whatever it is that I do, or Tuesday or Wednesday, it don't matter. I'm going to take that time to myself, because I really feel like it's really important to pay yourself back with time. And if it means going somewhere and hiding for, a couple of hours, you owe that to yourself. You don't owe an explanation to nobody for that. Love life is getting that person to understand that. It's getting them to understand that you are 6 different people, and all you have is a little bit of time to spend time with all those 6 people. Whether you are who you are at work, you are who you are as a DJ or a hairstylist, you are who you are as a lover. You have to be these different people and give all these other people this time. So I will always say, make time for yourself and then prioritize everything else, because I feel like if we put too much time into any of those things, we'll lose focus on us, our entrepreneurship, our love, and everything else. So you got to have a balance, and you got to take care of you. 3. All right, so I do have a promotion that's going on. It's called DJ Mary Jane's Black Business Tour. So what I'm doing is traveling around the city, pretty much doing a business takeover. I'm DJing for 2 hours for free. If you want to book me anytime after the 2 hours, you know, we can work something out. It'll be $100 an hour after that. But other than that, you know, you get 2 hours for free for a black business, but it has to be inside of an establishment. You have to create a sale. You have to give something back to the people that's going to attract people to come to your business. So whether it's a grand opening, whether you have pop-up shops and you looking for a DJ, but you can't afford it right now, like, I'm your girl. I want to help y'all make y'all event and whatever it is that you do memorable and to generate more people. All right, so a way that you can contact me through Instagram, and that would be DJ Mary Jane Detroit, spelled out the way that it is, DJMaryJane, Detroit, DETROIT. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook. I am DJ space Mary Jane. If you put it all together, it'll just be DJ Mary Jane 313. You can also find me on SoundCloud. It's DJ Mary Jane Detroit as well. You can get all my mixes. So if you don't have any DJ mixes for a family gathering, I got all genres on there that you can just like plug in your Bluetooth and you can still get the Mary Jane experience if you know you want to book me but you just don't want to. My phone number is 313-739-5221. I have a booking manager. Her name is Miss Lynn. You can hit her up at 317-490-0375, or you can email me at djmaryjane11@gmail.com.